Well, welcome back to everyone who was here yesterday, and welcome to those who are joining us today. Okay, so this is an Unconference. So this is your opportunity to set the agenda, to talk about things you want to talk about rather than be lectured to. There are several rules to the Unconference, all pretty simple. Basically, show up. There's going to be a session grid telling you what's on once we've decided. So pick your sessions, go there, take responsibility to engage. No one's will try and facilitate and make sure your voice is heard, but at the same time you've got to work with us to say what you've got to say, ask questions.
And the session grid is going to be on the back wall of this room all day, assuming the laptop will stay. So if you all turn round, you can see we've got an exciting day planned for you with nothing on it.
And the other thing is, you've all got some really important things to say, but then so do everyone else. So try not to monopolise conversations, be respectful for other people, let everyone have a chance to have their say. Okay, and another big rule is, it's very democratic, vote with your feet. If the session wasn't what you thought it was, or you feel you've got what you wanted out of it, find another session that you would like to engage in. It's nothing. No one's going to take it personally. You want to get the most out of this event, so it's up to you to take responsibility to go where you feel that you're best placed.
So we've got a really nice long line of pictures. Can we just set the tone for the day? Can we give all the people who are brave enough to stand up at the edge of the room a really big round of applause? Come and join us on stage. Don't forget to say who you are and where you come from.
I will.
Your time starts. Oh, you've got 30 seconds.
Oh my God.
And it starts now.
Okay, hello, I'm Rebecca. For the purposes of this session, I'm not from Defra, I'm from ODI Bristol. What I would like to pitch is open data for newbies. So it'll be a session to come along, learn a little bit about what open data is, ask any questions, no question is stupid, just come along and learn about open data.
Awesome, thank you. Round of applause. What's your name and where do you come from?
I'm Graham Buchan, I'm from JCC, and I'm pitching communicating confidence with our customers. Confidence is something that's always asked for and is always developed and a lot of time spent on it. Whether it gets used at the other end by the customers or whether it's a dead end is another thing. So I'd like to hear, talk about success stories, failure stories, what works when you're actually trying to get policy, etc., using some sort of confidence with your data.
So I'm going to be nice to pitch, but I'm not getting the microphone.
No, thank you, we'll do it.
I changed my mind. You've had 10 seconds already.
Shh. I'm in Hurstone, I'm from the Environment Agency.
And I'm from Beckett and I'm from JCC.
Unconference might be new to a lot of you, and some of you might not like coming forward, so we're going to pitch a silent session. The topic is going to be, does data need its own community of practice? I'm ignoring that. It will be run by a series of questions on the wall. You can come, you can contribute, you can leave, you can go away, you can think.
Yeah, and like a recent management speak thing is like, so think, pair, share. So what you do is you think about things for a bit, and then you come together in the two of you, and you discuss it, and then you share it with the whole group. So I
Cool.
think that's what we're going to try and do.
Thank you. Round of applause. Show of hands. Yeah, there's a broad level of interest. Thank you. Next. Go.
Julia Lewis from the RPA.
Yeah, hi.
So our pitch is, are you sure you want to share that? Data ethics and open data. Hopefully that speaks for itself.
Head of the clock, so if you start passing it, 30 seconds.
We've got a combined pitch, JNCC, Sciences and Culture Commission. I'm Lynn, Pascal and Rob. We've got a series of demos. Mine is the Urban Observation Centre of Excellence web UI and how we're trying to get satellite data to everyone, which will feed into
the Forest Services England central platform, and I think the overall idea is to demonstrate that we are digital by default. Now we're going to do open by default. And Rob, you're going to show us what's going to happen into a mobile application.
Yes, so I should hopefully be demonstrating
Mine's
mobile.
Hi, I'm Matt from JCC, so I want to talk about open data, open pipes.
So we have open data, that's grand, but we should also go a step further that all of our code running these sort of products should also be open.
Everybody's interested in this session. Awesome, good interest in that. Thank you. Hello?
So I'm Pete Allen, I work here at Ordnance Survey, but I actually want to know something from the Defra network. I once had the pleasure of going with someone from EA to High Speed 2 to hear about the 820 datasets they tried to compile for the planning process. So what I really want to know is how did Defra interact with the planning process, and could it be better?
Thank you. Round of applause, please.
Talk about building a community around data, and after this event and the kind of things that we've been doing over the past 2 days, what do we do next? So ideas please, and it's going to be a chat.
How to keep your users engaged.
Hello, I'm Tim Doran from the Environment Agency. I'd like to know more about what your favourite data management tools are and how we can set up a community of good practice to share tips and new bits of software or techniques that you've found out about.
It feels to me as part of the Defra family that so much of our data collection and analysis and reporting is driven by EU legislation.
Yeah.
How are we as data professionals going to make sure that in a post-Brexit world this continues and we still have the same level of data-driven environmental accountability?
Awesome, thank you.
Hello, I'm Maria. And I'm Margaret. We are coming from GDS and we've been working on data.gov.uk.
Yeah, we've been working to improve data.gov.uk for publishers and finders, and we'd like to show you what we've been doing and get your help on that. So come along to have a look.
And to discover what users need around your data.
Cool, thank you very much. Round of applause.
I'm John Murray. I'm Mark Raggins. We want to talk about connecting spatially with non-experts. Spatial data being so important, as we've heard throughout the conference yesterday. How do we extol the virtues? How do we get across the benefits to non-experts? Because it is just straight over a lot of people's heads. So how do we communicate that?
Okay. Clock starts. It's going so well.
Back to England, and my pitch is about utilising both Defra group data and OS data for local scale natural capital investment advice. And this is particularly to the food and drink sector. I've got a couple of live partnership projects I can talk through, and we are sharing data in the Defra group at the moment on this. So just ideas around that.
Awesome, thank you very much. That was a very exciting.
My name is Philippe Wandel from SAP.
And I'm Nicola from SAP. We'd like to do an open session where we talk about the value of your data but in real time. So basically bringing in your open data sources with other external data sources and what value you can get from that and talk about the art of the possible.
Cool, thank you very much.
So I'm Tim from the Lander and Chris Parker from Ordnance Survey Geovation. Welcome to our crib.
So we're interested in user-led design, what communities want, what they want to create, and how we facilitate what they're trying to achieve.
So we're running the next Geovation Challenge on greener, smarter communities. We need your help to make that happen. You're the right people. So join the session and help us create that. We've got another one here as well. So.
Awesome. Well, let's have a round of applause for this one first.
Is a lack of civics education in the UK causing unrealistic expectations by the public? Basically, because people don't know how government works, they expect everything to be delivered yesterday, and we have a lot of issues around that because things take time. So let's just have a discussion around that. What can we do to help people understand our roles to generate sympathy and empathy in our work?
Round of applause. I know, it's disconcerting, isn't it? It's the piece of disconcerting. Oh, you're back. Hello.
Nice to see you again. If we're going to create greener, smarter communities and cities, what stops us doing that tomorrow? What are the problems that stop us actually achieving that tomorrow? So this session is about finding out what those problems are. And once we know what those problems are, I want to know who hosts those problems, who's suffering from those problems. They're the people we want to get into our problem deep dive sessions that we'll be running around the country in London, Bristol, Leeds, Glasgow and Cardiff. So I want your help in identifying the right people to get to the sessions. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
We're all doing serious jobs and everything's very serious and things that we have to get done. Let's have some fun and think of Minecraft. So if anybody would like to do that, then you can find me and I'll be playing.
Cool, thank you very much. Round of applause. Lucy. Awesome. Everyone would like to play Minecraft. I should have bought a pen and an 8-year-old. Dan again. Wow.
Oh, by the way, I'm Daniel Howell, I'm from a marine management organisation. I'll get it right the second time. This might fit in with some of the other GI things. Is do we want a some sort of spatial web standard for gov.uk rather than wait for GDS? So we're spatial, but we can't put anything spatial on our websites because it's non-compliant. We need lots of exceptions. So can we spearhead that and do something useful that can then be used across governments? Anyone interested in talking about that?
Awesome, thank you very much. So, show of hands for Dan. Okay, so, awesome. So, unless anyone wants to stand up right now with a pitch, I'll give you a minute to think about it.
Just make sure that we don't have anyone.
Okay, I think that concludes the pitching for today. So what happens next?